predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's well. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales aren't as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide the whales with an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's presentation, you'll see the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen their social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just one reason why they are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orchinus orca, and their common name is the killer whale. The 4 whales that reside here at SeaWorld San Antonio have their own individual names, including Takara, Sakari, and joining us up front, Kayukit and Tuar. Sakari is the youngest whale at 16 years old, and Takara is the oldest whale at 34 years old. Orcas live in a matriarchal society with 1 female in charge. And for these whales, that's Takara, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us, and they play an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we can teach the whales husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Joining us at the slide act now to demonstrate some of these behaviors are trainers Kylan and Tatiana.
Thanks, Jordan. I'm over here with Tuar, and today is actually a very special day for us here at Orca Stadium because Tuar is celebrating his 27th birthday. Very exciting! Yes! He is going to be demonstrating one of the very first behaviors that we train, which is called a fluke position. Now, not only in this position do we get a great view of the whale's entire body, but we're also able to get close to the shallow veins that run on the underside of their tail flukes. Our veterinary care staff can then come take a blood sample from these veins at least once a month during our whale's monthly physicals. Now, throughout today's presentation, you might see us giving the whales back rubs, belly rubs, or a nice tail massage. Killer whales have extremely sensitive skin, so this is just one of the ways we can build strong relationships with the whales.
That's exactly right, Ryan. Hi, everyone. I'm on the opposite side of the pool, hanging out with the largest member of our killer whale pod, Kayukit. Now, collecting blood is just one of the ways to ensure the health of these magnificent animals, but another important diagnostic is knowing exactly how much each of the whales weigh. We weigh the whales once a week on a killer whale size scale located in our back adjacent pool. We do so by asking the whales to slide their entire body up and onto that scale, just as Kayukit is demonstrating for you all in this slide out. Now I'll have you notice a large region of his body, from its dorsal fin all the way down to the tip of those tail flukes, still remain within the water. That region is known as the peduncle, and it contains several large and several powerful muscles. So with the peduncle resting in this position, we wouldn't be able to get an accurate weight. To solve that problem, we'll ask the whales to lift their heads and tails just like this. And it's in that position we know that Kayukit is weighing in at 10,070 pounds. It is important to weigh all of the animals to ensure that our younger whales like Sakari are growing appropriately, and that our more mature whales like Kayukit here are maintaining a healthy weight. All of our human behaviors help us to ensure that the whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Well, we are down here at the glass with our new friend Esme, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how killer whales learn. So they actually learn through observational learning and mimicry, which means they follow other members of their pod making his way up and out of the water right in the center. Here comes to our
Simply done to our heart react, everyone. Hayden and I have shifted to the glass with our new friend Hakeem from Portland. Let's hear it for him. Alright, we're using that killer whales can communicate in a variety of different ways. And one of those ways is by producing vocalization from that little hole located on top of their head. You're ready for it, go ahead. Let's see what that first sound like. Great job! Now, killer whales can also communicate by lifting their entire body out of the water and slamming it back down on the surface. The particular behavior we're going to ask for is called a breach. Now, let's see those two L's. Left shoulder. Perfectly done. Now, you have to stand right here. And if you want to hold on to your glasses for no particular reason at all, you can go ahead and hang on to those. Now, you can take his way down to the bottom of this 40-foot deep exhibit. Then you want to turn right here and don't be suspicious. You'll be fine.
As we just seen, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's observation and research of the killer whales in our area has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we now know that the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that would be impossible to obtain out in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. And that's why over the last 60 years, SeaWorld has worked with our conservation partners from around the world to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal can be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips it in feeds, while the other whales eat the fish together with swipes of their tailfins.
In the ocean, killer whales can create waves to hunt, use fluke swipes to stun their prey, and can even beach themselves up and out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for all of you, it's time to get wet!
and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassadors for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable. The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written. And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference. All it takes is one choice.